My favorite part probably about Young Women's is like being there with all the girls.
I love the girls.
How much fun we have.
I really like all the girls and the leaders.
I really enjoy being with all my friends.
It's just being here with the girls, and they help me all the time, and being with the leaders.
I love being with the girls.
I really like being all together and having our lessons together and doing activities together.
Just gaining friends and the activities.
All the young women leaders and just all my friends and my sisters. And
we have so much fun. Just being together and knowing that it's going to be, I don't know, a good place for the spirit to be.
Well, it helps me bond with them a lot more, so it makes it more fun.
We have a lot of fun.
And all our leaders, they're like friends too. We're all so close, and it's just really fun to like sit there and talk about, during Sunday school, to sit there and talk about church and things that have to do with Christ and His love for us and how we can improve ourselves.
They're just tons of fun. You know, it's like girls' night out every week.
It's like centered on all like doing stuff together and stuff like that.
And not only getting friends with the young women, but getting friends with our leaders and our teachers and even with the young men.
I just think it's like really fun, and their good spirit, always setting like the example. And I think it's great how we not only improve ourselves, but we help each other to improve each other, and we like inspire each other and feed off of each other.
The leaders too, you know, we're all just like a big happy family with everything we do, and it's just so great that it uplifts you, and you know, it really just makes it exciting to come to church. I would always look forward to, you know, coming to Wednesday night activities or to church on Sunday.
I know that if we just had to do everything by ourselves, that it would have been a lot harder for us to progress spiritually and grow friendships.
I think that's what the Young Women's Program is all about, is having that help and having that closeness, so that as teenagers we don't have to go through it alone, that we have the other girls to get through everything with.
It just makes me feel happy too to be around such a positive atmosphere, and so I think that would help me just in any aspect, you know, like spiritually and physically, just because I feel better when I'm around them.
I know that like in primary we were friends, but ever since like entering in Young Women's, I could tell that we all got really closer.
We're just great friends.
Most memorable experience or project that I have completed, there was one where an individual worth where I was supposed to teach a non-member family member or friend about the plan of salvation, and I explained it to my friend who is Catholic, and she had never heard of it, so she knew nothing about it, and I can't imagine living without knowing where I'm going, where I've been, or why I'm here, because I would know what was good and what was bad.
It was probably my knowledge project. It was the first one I finished, and what I did is I made a medley from some hymns, and I performed it, and it was really amazing to be able to worship the Lord through the music that He had inspired members to write, and it was really special to be able to perform that.
I'm not really sure, but I think probably the one where I worked on reading the Book of Mormon, and it took me probably a year and a half because I was really, really slow. But I used it for faith, I think, and it was really fun to finally finish that, and I had a really great sense of accomplishment, and I felt really close to the scriptures all through the time that I was reading it, and I think that was probably the most memorable one to me.
My favorite or most memorable projects are just kind of what I'm doing at the moment, whatever I'm working on, because in the moment of things you just get so excited and you know, pumped up about what you're doing, and so, you know, like right now I'm making this movie, so yeah, I'm really like the cool thing I would say probably about this movie specifically. I think it's really gonna, in the future, even though I haven't completed it yet, it's in the future just gonna be really, really special and really memorable, just because making it along the way and being able to interview all the girls, I don't know, it just has helped me create a stronger bond with them, because just hearing their testimonies and you know, you can just see it in their eyes how sincere and honest and open they were with me, you know, behind the camera, and that was just so great to experience. And you know, even like as I edit and you know, put it all together with music, it just brings you to tears. Almost. Well, it does bring me to tears personally, but and I know my mom's cried because she's watched it a couple times, but I don't know, just I feel much closer with them, and it's just been really special and really great, and just, you know, things like that, just projects like this are amazing, and I would probably say that this is going to be one of my most memorable projects, just because of the things I've learned about all the young women in my ward and all my friends. It's been really great, a really, really fun and rewarding experience.
I think the most memorable project that I've completed was for Faith, and that's when I read the Book of Mormon. And it was that year that President Hinckley asked the whole church to read it, so I decided to use it for Faith. And when I read in Moroni, when they asked us to pray about what we read, and I did that, like, I could tell that my testimony was stronger, and that I could actually say that I had a complete testimony of the Book of Mormon now that I've actually read it. And I was glad I got to use that for value.
Probably for Divine Nature. When I went to, I decided to start going to stake activities with, well, all by myself at first, because we lived in the Netherlands at the time and went to this little English speaking branch, and there were a bunch of other youth there who thought that the Dutch kids in the stake didn't like them, and so none of them ever went to the stake activities, and so we were this isolated little group in the stake. So I just started going to the dances and to youth conference and stuff like that, you know, to girls camp. That got me my 10 hours pretty fast. And I made a lot of friends and learned a little bit of Dutch and ate a lot of candy at girls camp. And it ended up being a great thing for our stake, because then when new youth moved into our branch, then they saw that I was going to the activities and they came along. And we ended up being like way more a part of this stake than we had been before. So that was a great project.
The most memorable project or experience that we've done was probably the Joseph Smith the Prophet musical. It was just like a really good experience, really spiritual, and we got to learn all these songs, and all the music was so pretty, and like it was just a really good experience, really spiritual.